I'm going to create 6 YouTube videos in 60 minutes. And so exactly what I'm going to cover in this video is finding keywords in VidIQ that can almost guarantee views, find a few channels in YouTube itself whereby they're not only getting a whole lot of views, but to copy or use inspiration from a video format that is really easy to recreate. Then I'm going to head over to ChatGPT to create the titles, do some research, and then to actually create the script for the videos. Then maybe use my own voice or use an AI voiceover online, and then bring everything into CapCut. And I'm going to repeat that process as quickly as possible because I have to get 6 videos in those 60 minutes starting now. And so the first thing that I'm doing is to head over to VidIQ to do some quick keyword research. And if it is that you saw the last few videos on my channel, I made them around a topic that is trending right now, WWE's WrestleMania 42, which is taking place this weekend. And so I'm pretty sure that the search volume for this went up, and it did. Almost 130,000 searches for the month. Every day I check this search term, it goes up by like 10,000. And that is just one of the search terms for this, because as you can see here in matching keywords, all of these have a lot of searches as well, and all of them is increasing, even the related ones. And so the first thing I said I was going to do is do the keyword research over in VidIQ. And because I know this search term is trending right now, and I've already made some faceless videos on these on another faceless channel, and I know it's getting views, so I'm just going to continue this process but make them faster. Especially since this event is over this weekend, which is tomorrow. So I don't think the views and everything would be increasing as much when this is over. So I want to make sure and capitalize on this during this time. So I told ChatGPT that I'm going to make 6 videos today on this, and I need to get the most trending search topics right now for WrestleMania. I also told it to research the top trending topics, and I gave it an example as well. And I did this based on the last videos that I did that I know that people are looking for because I did the research over on VidIQ first. But even more important than that, these videos are getting views. And it's not just based on research, it's the videos that I actually created. So I know that this is working. So I told ChatGPT to use this as an example. After full 2 minutes and 35 seconds, ChatGPT came up with these 6 different video ideas that I can just run with. And while this is good information, thinking the best approach shouldn't be to not make 6 different videos about 6 different characters or 6 different matches. This new channel is already getting views for these 3 matches or these 2 matches. And if you just take a quick look at the faces here, these 4 different faces, this is one of the main events and this is the second main event. Even when I search for it over on Google, it's just these 2 matches that show up. And so I'm going to make the 6 videos based on those 2 matches. So that's like 3 videos per match. And so as I said, let me just verify in VidIQ that these search terms are still getting a lot of searches and views. I'll grab this one that I made a video about recently, drop it into the keyword tool, and this one is still rising, over 23,000 searches for just this term. But what if I switch around? If I hit matching terms, I get all of these searches related to this, and it's a lot. If you add up all of these, that is about this same match. So great, that one still works. The other main topic is between these 2 guys, these 2. So let me verify that one as well. Those are the names, and this is also rising. 37,000 searches. I'll hit matching terms to see all of the related search terms for this same match. And this one is actually more. Just these first 3 search terms adds up to over 100,000 if my math is correct. And all of them are rising. So next I'm going to find some YouTube channels that make similar videos on this topic, but make simple videos, because I don't have time to create a video like this one here on my channel. This one took about 60 minutes to create. So it got about 1,000 views, even though the channel only has 22 subscribers. But this challenge is different. So let's find a channel like that one. And so I'll search for something like WrestleMania predictions. And what I'm looking for is a channel that is fairly small and still getting a lot of views. Like this one, 18,000, but just from yesterday alone, this video had 10,000 views.
Right, hello, it's that time of year again.
This next one, 2,000 subscribers. Less than 24 hours ago, and it has over 19,000 views, but this is a tour walkthrough. This is not useful, or at least not useful for this challenge. And so I found the perfect channel from this experiment to get inspiration from. This guy makes daily videos, sometimes more than 1 video for the day, and is getting over 30,000 views per video. And it's just images. That's it. And so now I'm going to head back over to ChatGPT, copy these first 2 matches, because I did mention just now that these are the 2 matches that I'm going to make these 6 videos about. So 3 for this video and 3 for this video. I'll copy this, and in a new chat now, I'm going to tell ChatGPT by not typing, but pressing this button because this would save time to do a voice recording. Create 6 viral and controversial video ideas for the following 2 matches. When you're done with that, come up with a detailed outline for each of the ideas. Press that button, and if you can recall, I copied the information from the 2 matches that ChatGPT came up with. So I pasted that in there, then hit send prompt. I know this is going to take some time to build this out. So in the meantime, I'm going to get some of the visuals that I could use. Remember, the visuals are just images. And just like this channel, like in this video right here, basically it's images and then screenshots from videos. All I need to do here to get all of the pictures that I need is hit the screenshot tool. Just a matter of a few seconds, I got 3 of the images that I need for my first video. Now I'm going to continue this process, but I need to ensure that the scripts are created. So I'll head back over to ChatGPT to see what it came up with. And it did exactly what I needed it to. It came up with an original idea, the detailed outline, and then it just repeated that process. And then for the other main match, the one that we're researching on right now, let me just create the script first. Based on that posting order, go ahead and start generating the scripts one by one. So while it's generating those scripts one by one, I'll continue this process in the background. Right, so back over here. I'm going to speed up this process because I'm spending too much time talking and not actually making the video. And that's it for that video. I'll move on to the other one. Do you see how easy this is, getting all of the visuals? And I can continue this, but I need to make sure that the scripts are being created. So I'll head back over to the ChatGPT window. It did this first script here, according to this order. As you can see, ChatGPT suggested that I mix it up as well. Let's see, after this first one, this is a really long script. It said here, script 1 complete, say the word when you want script 2. So I'm guessing I'll just say script 2, and it says thinking. I'm hoping it's thinking of a good script. So I'll just get back to my screenshots while ChatGPT is making that other script. Almost as though I have an AI business partner who does the things that I'm not good at. Now, usually I may not need all of these screenshots, but because I'm basically collecting the footage, the visuals for like 3 videos, then it makes sense to do this. And especially since time is going to be limited for this experiment, I cannot be coming back to get visuals after I'm editing or while I'm editing. Then I'll fail this experiment. And if I do that, then you probably would unsubscribe. So I have to make sure and get really good shots like this so that you stay subscribed and look at all of my videos. I know you're probably thinking that this is just too easy, and you're probably right. But the only way you'll know for sure is if you try this as well. And we'll just get the footage from one more video. Just some important screenshots from this segment now. It's like I'm a photographer or something, except I could stop time here and get the shot that I need. I'm just saying all of these things because this part is kind of boring and I don't want you to be too bored. I want you to stay looking at this video. So I'm trying to find interesting things to see. You can put it on mute if you want, but then you won't hear all of my really, really funny jokes. So it's up to you. Honestly, I think you just need like 3 more images from this. And I'm trying to pick these images strategically, images that I could use in multiple videos. And I think that's it for images from this one. Well, at least the screenshots. I think getting the actual images are going to be way easier because I'm just going to type Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 42. Hit images and it's going to go down like this. I'll click something, open this image in a new tab, then just simply do the same for other images. Open image in new tab. This one looks interesting. By interesting, I mean useful. There's also some good related videos for this one. This one here, an image in new tab. This one here as well. So remember, the idea here is it's better to have more than less. And this is going to be really straightforward now and really fast. Remember that folder that we dropped all of the screenshots in? This one? I'll just have a window open here next to the folder, a window with all of the images that we just opened from Google. And to save all of them, I'm just going to click, drag, and drop right there. Click, drag, and drop. This is going to be literally done in like a few seconds. I found this to be the easiest way, not just the easiest, but the fastest. So we have all of those we need in match 1. Now that that's done, I'll create a next folder called match 2 and simply repeat the process for this next match. And I'm guessing it's going to be simple as just opening the first 3 or 4 videos from YouTube, which is actually from the official channel of WWE. And right before I get those screenshots as well as the images from Google, I need to make sure that the video scripts are generating. So I came back to ChatGPT here. Script 2 is complete. Send script 3 when you're ready. Okay, now back to the screenshots. I'm going to see the fastest way I can do this. Does this one need to be 30 images? Probably not. And all of these punches, they look real because I mean, wrestling is real, right? This can't be fake. I know for sure the views are not fake. Another good shot, no pun intended. While that's going awesome, let me just check back here with these scripts. Just 2 more scripts to go. Let me speed up this process because we do need to get to the voiceover generation. What is Pat McAfee doing here? Anyway, it is the biggest event for the year, so I'm guessing they just had to pay everybody a lot of money to visit. Is that Jelly Roll? Anyway, I'll have to trust a channel that has 113 million subscribers, right? It has a little bit more than I do, so it must be legit. Right before I grab the last 2 clips, just 1 more of those scripts to go. Now, if you were doing this challenge as well, there's probably not a need for you to be jumping back and forth from the screenshots to ChatGPT. I'm just doing this because it's saving time and I need to see if I can still multitask. Just saving the images while talking here now, taking longer to save the images, but I'll try speeding it up a bit in the video so you can't tell how bad I am at doing this. Script 6. So the scripting is done. And I am almost finished with the images. So let me just grab that action shot because that looks like something. And now search for this match. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 42. Hit images. I have my other folder here. Make that a little bit smaller. And now let me get some of these open in some other tabs, starting with this one. New tab. And so I think that's enough photos. I'm going to copy them over here now. Image, drag and drop, just like I did just now. Copy, copy, copy. And that's it. All of the visuals are now complete. I'm going to generate the voiceover file from those video scripts that I've created. Well, that ChatGPT created. And so I headed back over to ChatGPT. I'm going to copy most of this. I don't want to copy all at the same time because sometimes when you do that and you're generating the voiceover, it sounds a little bit robotic. Copy this over to 11 Labs and hit generate.
Everybody keeps calling this a betrayal, and that sounds nice.
So while the rest of it is generating here, I'll go and copy the remaining part of that script. Well, most of it at least. I think this may need 3 different audio files. So copy that. So that first one is generated. I can now download that voiceover. I already copied the first part. Let me drop the second part of the script and hit generate. And now for the last part of that script. Perfect. So now I have the entire voiceover for this first video. And before I continue, I'm seeing an option here whereby I can generate audio for longer text. If you want to try this along with me, there's a link in the description to 11 Labs that you can check and try out. I believe it's up to 10,000 characters for free. I'm going to hit Try Studio, but I'll be doing that for the second script. But right before I do that, I'm going to quickly edit that first video so you can see the progress we're making from the first video to the 6th one. I started a brand new project right here in CapCut. Grab the 4 voiceovers that we just generated, drop them right here into CapCut. Make sure they're placed in the correct order. It's a good thing I named them so well. Randy 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull that, move them to the beginning. This is basically 9 minutes long. So I'll highlight all of them from that folder and just simply drag and drop it into the media folder on the timeline. Not the timeline, the media folder. That's what I meant. I'll find the best image for the beginning, the most controversial ones. I'll take this first one and make sure it covers the first 5 seconds of the match. Actually, I find this one is more controversial. So I'll pull that one a little bit bigger. And really now all I'm going to do is drop an image and let it last for about 5 to 10 seconds throughout the script. I'm not going to pay too much attention as to what somebody's hearing in the voiceover to make sure it lines up perfectly with the image. Because the channel that we looked at for inspiration, they didn't do anything like that. They just dropped images over and really engaging voiceover. And so I'm going to do exactly that. And if I am going to do that, I think I can speed up this process even more by just highlighting a bunch of the images, dragging and dropping them onto the timeline right here. And I can just click an image and then you see this little bar right here. You can click that, move it around just like that and continue this process. I think that's going to be pretty much it in terms of the visuals that's going to be on the screen. However, I want to have something a little bit more impactful in the beginning, which pretty much just means some effects and transitions. But I'm going to do something that would even save time even more. So let me just finish increasing the duration of these clips quickly. And when I say quickly, you could see that it is quick. This is being done in real time here. I'm sure there is an easier way of doing this. If you know how, you could message in the comments and let me know. So let me see how this is coming out so far. And now I'm going to grab some more visuals because we still have like about 5 minutes again for this video. So back in the media bin here, take some more and maybe I could just drop that in the middle here because I feel like the beginning, these clips are going to be more impactful. Now I'm going to increase the duration on these clips just like we did just now. So this is just taking a little bit too long and I don't want to pass the time for this experiment. So I'm going to Google how to increase the image duration between images. So go to menu settings, edit, then change image duration. Of course, menu settings, image duration. All right, so I'll keep this to 10 seconds. Should have started this first, but troubleshooting is part of this process, right? Save. So let's see if this works if I drop another image here now. Is this 10 seconds? It is 10 seconds. So great. Now we have a solution at least from the second video to the sixth one. So let me try it for the last 9 images. I'll drop those right here. And the ending is really important. So I want to make sure that we have an important close. And the closing clips, maybe one of them that shows, well, the main match, as well as possibly a controversial image like this one. I'll come over to transitions. I'll take this glitch option, drop it here for the transition, and I'll go over here and hit apply to all. But let me just change this duration a little bit, just like that. So now, as you can see, it is in all of the different images, or at least at the ending of all of them. Now I'm going to add an effect. I have one here saved in my favorites, rebound swing. It's a little bit of movement, but I don't want to take this and drop it into just each of the clips individually. So what I'm doing is dropping it on the top here on the timeline, dragging it across, adjusting the effect here because I want it to be subtle. And this doesn't look too subtle. This looks like there's still a lot of movement. Decrease it even more. So let's take a quick preview of what it looks like so far and sounds like.
Everybody keeps calling this a betrayal, and that sounds nice. It sounds dramatic. It sounds clean.
This is ideal. So I'm going to increase this now to the remaining of the video. By this, I mean the effect. And just like that, this first video is finished. And so what I'm going to do next is just repeat that process of copying the second script, pasting it into 11 labs, then drop those voiceover clips into CapCut just like this, come into the other folder and take all of those clips and bring it into CapCut. And now let's see in real time how fast that can actually get done. So here we go. Script 2. The script starts here. Drag this all the way down. That's the end. Copy that over to 11 labs. Paste it into this new studio area that will be able to generate everything in just one copy and pasting. Let's hit generate and see what happens here.
Everybody keeps talking about this match like it is about the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is actually way faster. So I'll hit export, hit download, and I'll call this one something really creative like match 1. That's so creative. Open a new CapCut project. I'm just going to take everything here from this folder from match 1 with all of the images, the screenshots, stuff like that. Drag and drop everything right here into CapCut timeline. And the video is actually almost finished. I just need to maybe copy some of the images for the remaining of the script, because as you can see here, there's still a little bit of a gap. Or maybe we can do something different for this one. Let me remove the images from the timeline, and instead I'll come back up to settings, to edit, and the image duration I'll increase to maybe an even number like 15. Is 15 an even number? I don't think it is, but let's go with that. So now I'm going to drag and drop all of those images again onto the timeline. It covers almost the entire voiceover, but I want a more impactful one at the beginning and ending. Sure, we could copy some of the images that's here a little bit later on. I don't think it's that serious. So let's do it like this. This first one here is important. These first two. So I'll move those to the front. Let's find a controversial image for the ending. Maybe this one. So I will copy this one, shorten the duration a little bit so that everything fits or lines up perfectly. Now, if you could recall the transition process, just came up to favorites. I think it was this one, glitch. Drop that one right there. Let me zoom in so I can click this now and then come over here and hit apply to all. That is done. And now there was the effect for each of the images. So just come to effects. And I like this one. I'll drop that one there, increase that one. I need to adjust the settings. I think it was very low.
It is. There is a belt.
I think that's good. And I'll just increase this to the entire script. And if you just time that as well, roughly a few minutes, maybe even less, this next video is complete. And so I just repeated this entire process for the other 4 videos. And by doing that, I was able to complete all 6 videos in under 60 minutes, give or take about 15 minutes extra. Essentially, I went over the 60 minutes, but it's because I told you I'm not going to do this multitasking thing, talking and editing at the same time. But you just saw yourself how easy and how fast it is to create a video like this. And you can create a bunch of videos like these in 60 minutes or even less. But let's say you want to see a video that is a little bit more edited like this one with sound effects, video, photos, more transitions. that gave me over 1,000 views as the very first video. Check out this video next to see how I did that from beginning to ending.